Hello, ladies and gentlemen. It's been a little while. Constant battles with my internet service provider have meant that things have been slowed down. And I'm still on my old service provider, but it seems to be working at the moment. So I thought, why not continue Warband? I'm continuing Warband because I think it might just run a little bit better than 7 days might do in the long run. I'm due to be onto a new internet by the end of the month, or by the beginning of the new month. But in the meantime, I thought, why not? Let's give it a go, eh? What's the worst that can happen? So here we are by Chippenham. So yes, I must apologise for the lack of videos recently. It's simply just been a question of having really, really terrible internet. Really terrible internet, and it obviously has taken a long time to try to sort these things out. You know, it's been a 2-month battle with this service provider, and still without much success, to the point that I'm actually leaving them and going to a new service provider. Even though there's much lower speeds, but it does provide that kind of, I'm hoping, stability. I can't remember who we were at war with. Who are we at war with? Kingdom of Essex. We are at war with Gwyneth and a couple of Irish factions. That's fine. Let's make sure to not go back to Ireland at the moment. That reminds me, actually. England are fighting Wales in the Qatar World Cup at the moment. Not that I approve of Qatar as a place or as a regime, but England and Wales are in the same group in the Football World Cup, which I thought was quite cool. And it's probably actually quite a rarity. Ooh, thunder and lightning. Okay, archers and skirmishers at the back, and then infantry at front. Cavalry, hold the hill because there's only like 2 of you and you'll die. Yeah, it's quite a rarity that you have both the kind of both home nations of the British Isles actually in the same group. Thunderbolts and lightning, very, very frightening like me. Galileo, Galileo, Bismillah, no. It took me a second to work out what you were referencing, but now that you have referenced it, it makes sense. Where are these guys? They're just incredibly slow, or they're just over a hill. Probably just over a hill. Yeah, it's weird that both home nations are kind of in the same group in the World Cup. I think it's because Wales had to qualify, whereas we automatically qualified from winning some. I don't really know much about football, but I know Wales had to qualify and ended up. It just happened to be that they ended up in our group. I think we've also got Iran and we've got the USA, and we had a really dull game against them today where we drew 0-0, and nothing of any note happened. Let's make sure the cavalry can stay back. What am I doing? I've forgotten what the cavalry group number is. It's number 3. There we go. We're still top of the group, but we could have done a lot more had we actually scored. Actually, if we won against the States today, we would be automatically through to the last 16, which would be nice. Oh, good. Some script warnings. You know, it's a Warband. It's got to be a Warband game unless that's happening. Sir. Okay. I'm clearly a bit rusty, but that's okay. I have lost 2 renown. But luckily I don't seem to have picked up any wounds, so that's good. Not the end of the world. I'll pick up those 3 young warriors. They can just kind of bulk out the line a bit. Let's pick you up. Really, I should get myself a second screen so I can actually see what's going on. I think that might be my one investment going forward. Anyway, let's head to Londonvik, or London. And we'll trade with the locals. It's also good to me I don't actually know how to plug in 2 screens, but it can't be that hard. I'm sure there's tutorials and such online if needed. Okay. Just make sure everything is okay with the stream. given how many issues I'm having at the moment, it's important I check. Oh, hello. We got to you. That would be an interesting fight. Go after this Welsh trader. I want everything you have. You might feel uneasy about tracking traders, but we are. Please tell me we're still at war with Gwyneth. It's gonna be really, really awkward if we're not. And it's gonna be really awkward if I just declared war on the Welsh, on this rather major Welsh faction. It's gonna be really awkward if that's the case. But I'm hoping to get a good amount of money from this. It's very misty, and there's also a river. Rivers are actually good for us. We can use that to our advantage. Skirmishers and archers can hold the hill. Cavalry just bum around, do something until you're needed. Speaking of which, you're a cavalryman. Aha! Ninja, and actually I can take your horse. Yes, I can take your pony. It's quite badly damaged. That's okay. Goodness, you can't see anything, can you? Oh, here they come. I really hope we haven't unnecessarily declared war on the Welsh. We'll have to see. Let's move the infantry forward. I don't know why they stay back here, but that's fine. For some reason, our skirmishers. I forget there's so many groups in this mod. Oh my goodness, okay, I'm getting all the fire at me. In fact, infantry charge and spearmen charge. So did I drop my sword? I think I might have dropped my sword. I don't seem to have a sword anymore. Interesting. Okay, everyone go. Where is my sword? What's happened to it? Okay, let's get cracking. I guess we'll just try improve our throwing weapon skill, and if we get knocked out, we get knocked out. It's not going to be game ending. Although hopefully we don't pick up an injury. Injuries are a pain to deal with. They're dealable with, but sometimes I can't remember where the sometimes I can't remember where the healer is in a town. What can we do with a melee weapon of anything of any kind? Fine, I'll take a spear. It's perhaps not what I'd normally use. I'd probably normally use a lance on horseback, but nothing. Seems to be the only weapon I could find for all spears. But we've won, which is good. Maybe our weapon broke. It's a possibility, actually. Some good amount of prisoners. We definitely lost a few soldiers in that, but it's not the end of the world. And we do get some fairly good stuff in terms of stuff to sell. I don't think those sturdy leather shoes are no, they're not that good, but all of this stuff can sell, which is good. Ah, that's why my champion sword cannot be used on horseback, and when I got on the pony, I was on the horse. That makes all the sense now. We're going to sell the sausages and the boar meat because it will go off, as we don't really have refrigeration. Although we can get dried meat, but there's no way to actively dry meat in this mod, sadly, which I think would be really cool. Well, I guess perhaps maybe a little overpowered. We've already spent all our money or bought out all this trader's cash, so we're going to go to another trader. Although I want the dried meat. Dried meat is great for morale. And I'll keep all the honey as well. I wouldn't normally buy honey, but as there's honey going, why not? And I really hope we haven't just declared war on... No, we were already at war with Gwyneth. Okay, good. I haven't just caused like an international incident. Oh yeah, we do need to go back to Ireland and speak to the abbot, but I don't think we'll go over until things have calmed down in Ireland a bit, because we're at war with quite a few Irish factions, and also it's very expensive to do so. What I will do is go to Badenham, which is our little quaint village by the Just below Wales, actually. I'm trying to work out what Badenham would be in modern day. Hang on. Let's see if I find out. Badenham. I'm wondering what kind of village that's based off nowadays. And I can see where I own. I mean, it's clearly based on something. Right. It might not be a real place, but no, it doesn't tell me. Never mind. I mean, I expect it's based off something. I mean, you know, some of these are definitely real places. Badenham, I'm not so Baden and Badenham. I'm guessing Badenham just is like village of Baden, but I just don't know where Baden is. Oh, the problem. This is like, because this is Cornwall down here, Cornubia. This here is like Devon, because these are all the counties. Then you got Somerset, it's kind of here-ish. What's above Somerset? Is it? Oh god, my geography's going terrible. I'm not going to embarrass myself any further. How much money do I have? I might be able to get another franchise. It's not McDonald's. Another building. Oh my goodness. Another business up somewhere soon. I think that's our first Angle warrior, who's pretty damn snazzy, but he's also rather expensive. Of course, eventually we're going to want to set up our own faction. I don't know where we're going to do that. But for now, let's go and annoy the Welsh as we are at war with them in this game and also in the football. Oh, I want to take them on. 107 thieves. 107 ruffians. Seems like a lot of them, but I think we'll be okay. Ruffians are not terrible. I would like to get to that hill, however. I don't know if we're going to get there quick enough, but we'll give it a go. This is going to be like War of the Idiots. Okay, let's go. Oh, clearly some more pieces of wall here. I wonder if it's kind of formed down wall, or if it's just kind of aesthetic rocks, which look like walls. Possibly a mixture of both. I think probably I'd imagine they're kind of a bit too far apart to be actually cannot speak. It's been a busy week at work. I don't think they're actual kind of walls. I think they're just rocks which look like they've fallen down or walls that have fallen down. I don't know what my oh, these are skirmishers. They're just for some reason my slave hunters are in the skirmisher line. That's interesting. Okay, these ruffians shouldn't prove too much of an issue because they are pretty badly armoured. In fact, you can see some of them are. In fact, let's just charge because they're starting to run already. Everyone go. There's technically more of them, but I think we'll be more than okay to kind of carve them down. In fact, we'll go two-handed because they're ruffians, and it would get our proficiency in two-handed up, which is sorely needed. Good sirs, I cease and desist. Cease and desist, good sirs. Oh, save the horsey. Save the horse. Oh, there goes the horse. Cease and desist, good sirs. We only have like 3 horses. We need to take care of them. You can have a throwing weapon, I suppose. Oh no, you're going to sling me in the head. That's okay. No one dead. Wonderful. These guys are kind of like your looters in the base game. They're not going to sell for much, but they will sell for something. And there will be a ton of loot, albeit pretty naff loot, all things considered. But still loot nonetheless, and I think that's important. And anything which helps us get close to another business is a positive thing. we are taking it peace with this faction here, so let's go in and sell our wares, just so we always have space for our inventory, because we don't want to be filling it up with random shoes and felt hats, which sell for $10 or 10 penning gas, or I presume it's pennies. I think in the base game it's shillings. Okay, so yeah, 643. Penny's not exactly ideal, but something. No prison broker here. We know where there is one. There's always one in either Chippenham or Wessex. I think yeah, it's actually Chippenham. So Chippenham or in Winchester, or as they call it, Woodencester. It's interesting how over time the English language kind of makes do in terms of like shortening town names and just words in general. There's some really weird pronunciation in the UK. Like there's a place in Cornwall which is spelt like Mousehole, Mousehole, but it's pronounced Mousel. And then you've got Towcester, which you would technically think is like, which if you just said literally would be Towcester, but it's Toaster. And you have Bicester, which is actually Bister. For example, Edinburgh. I know across the pond, it's often said as Edinburgh, which is again how you would perhaps initially say it, just by like, reading it for the first time. But there's some really weird, like Mousel. There's a place called Froome, which isn't got one O. Really odd, but really cool. It's interesting to see how kind of the English language has evolved over time. I think my my love of historical stuff comes from TV and films, and I don't know. I always spent a lot of my life down in the southwest of England, and it's supposed to influence me quite a lot. Right, let's sell the. I've just gone on an absolute rant for the last 5 minutes. I'm so sorry, but I guess it's something I'm passionate about. We can't upgrade our troops here. So yeah, we managed to get a little bit of money from those prisoners. Nothing perhaps crazily good, but something. I'm going to turn these slave drivers into infantry. I think they're probably better off there. They'll still be more than able to use their throwing weapons. I just think they'll be better off, especially the slave chief. I think they'll just be much better off in the kind of main front line. Okay, let's make sure everything's okay. It seems to be. Thank goodness. I mean, it's 3 o'clock in the morning, but I will contact my service provider when they open, and we'll see if they actually are, if it's actually fixed or not. Do we want to try to take this lord on? No, I think he's probably. He seems to be running from us, but I think he's probably a bit too high level for us to really be dealing with. I would like to get myself a boat or two at some point, but I think that's going to have to wait. Let's go after these chaps here. I haven't been to Canterbury for quite a long time either. Canterbury would be nice to go to. It's these weird walls again, which look like... Are these proper walls? Or we've had this discussion already, but... These look like walls to me, like broken bits of wall. Because they're so thin. I don't know. Anyway, everyone push up to here, to the hill. It's very misty at the moment. It must be all the Welsh influence. So 1 and 4 go here. Skirmishers and archers further back. I don't know why, whenever I ask the spearmen to come forward, they never do. Yeah, the skirmishers always push forward. I don't know if I'm just mixing the two groups up, but it might be. I'm not sure. Anyway. We probably don't need to do all this setup for what's arguably going to be probably quite a simple fight. Just in case. Here they come out of the mist. Reminds me of a film I saw in 2011. Wow, 11 years ago. And that was, I went to go see it for my, must have been 13th birthday. And it's The Eagle, which is a Roman film, or film about Rome. And the Eagle being lost here in Britain, the Ninth Legion, and stars Channing Tatum and Jamie Bell. And it's surprisingly good, but I remember looking back on it now, it's probably really historically accurate with its kind of use of testudos and stuff. But I think I remember there being a lot of mist in that film, like atmospheric mist, and I just remember really enjoying it. Sirs, please don't run. I require your death. Where's our horseman when you need him? Probably doing something else. We have one cavalryman, he's probably not doing anything. He's probably chasing someone else. Yeah, I remember it being a really fun film. Well, there's a new kind of Roman show I've started watching recently called Barbarians, and it's in German and then Latin. So they get like Italian actors to do the Latin parts, and obviously Germans for the German speaking roles, and it's just really good. The costume's really good, and it's nice to hear Latin being spoken by Romans and not just like British English or American English. And it's more than just like saying hello, which is salve. Salve is always fun, nice to hear, but it's nice to actually hear kind of proper sentences in Latin in an actual TV show. And the costume's really good, the drama's really good. It's just a really fun show. 2 seasons on Netflix so far. I think there will be a 3rd one, but I don't know if there'll be more than that because there's only so much story they can do around that time. The Battle of Teutoburg Forest, which is what it feels like now, just chasing some Romans into the mist, except they're not Romans. They are masterless fighters, so probably just Anglo-Saxons with a grudge. Man, I'm all over the place today with my stories, so I do apologise. But we will just pretty much hire everyone. I think we can start thinking about getting another business. Obviously, the more soldiers we have, the more people we need to pay. Can we catch up to you in time? You'll be my prisoner or die. There we go. These are all the chaps that run away. I could have been nice and let them leave, but prisoners is profit. War is a profitable business. Despite the fact that it's not a very pleasant one. War is spectator sport. Right. Head to the meat hall, see if we can sell our prisoners. Nope, because there's just a happy widow and some Vikings here. So let's head back to Chippenham, where we know there is a slave trader. He's always permanently there. Hello, Dritwald. Oh, you don't like me at all, do you? No. Bye. You're very close to completing your goal. I can't even remember what my goals are. What are my goals? Visit. Is it? I can't remember. Hang on. Is it under reports? Notes? You know what? When we complete our goals, I'm sure we'll find out. So back to Chippenham, where we know that. Prison broker is. I've just seen something about someone being an adventurer near London. I want to go check it out. See if it's an interest. It was somewhere near London Vic. But it could be anywhere really. Your fame and popularity have attracted 2 berserkers to your cause. Absolutely, I know you're Vikings, but you're going to be very good. You're also definitely not archers, absolutely not. I don't mind having berserkers. I think we can make exception for berserkers. But we're definitely not having any Viking companions, I think that's important. And also berserkers are just so damn good. as soldiers. I mean, they can die very quickly because obviously they don't have much regard for their own health, perhaps, because they see it as a one-way trip to Valhalla. But it's not a bad thing. Let's head to Chippenham, sell these prisoners. In fact, there's quite a few people near Chippenham. Ah yes, this chap here. Head to the mead hall and speak to Ethelmere. Actually, we'll get a poem while we're here, because we will want to do some courtship at some point. Woo a lady in. Allow her to have a lucky life with Guthlaf. How lucky she actually will be, I don't know, but at some point we might want to start thinking about love and relationships. I could argue in real life as well, but in the game. Okay, it's our prisoner sword in Chippenham. We're kind of sitting around the 14,000 mark. I'd like to get a bit more. I might also see if I can go take out the Roman fort, because we've been talking about Romans so much. And I think you do get some quite good rewards for dealing with the guys at the Roman fort. Do we want to take on these guys? That's probably good in terms of money. Oh, can we take you on? We might be able to take you on. We do have the number advantage. It's going to be a tough old fight though. You got some elite spearmen, some champions, horsemen. He's also got standard bearers, which we don't have. Just need to make sure that, okay, these are all Cornubia, so all Cornubia lords, so I don't need to worry about that. We're at peace with them, but I do want to chase down this Welsh lord. I'll let him fight the Vikings. Oh, this could be interesting. This will be our first big fight. We're going to start holding position. Okay, this is going to be a big fight. We need to actually play this quite tactically. Let's first of all get up on the high ground as much as we can, a bit like in Star Wars. Although this person's not called Anakin. Are they going to charge in? No, they're going to probably be quite sensible. But they started the fight, so I think they do actually have to engage in the long run. So, infantry here, and spears in front to protect. Cavalry just hold here because there's only like one of you. Archers and skirmishers. Archers hold here. Skirmishers hold on the hill as well. I'm hoping they're going to come to us, but it seems like they're not going to, which is unfortunate. But what can we do? In fact, I think I know what we can do. Cavalry, charge. There's only one cavalryman. And it's, I think, Bodo. Is it Bodo? Beda. Maybe spread out so we can actually get through. My hope is if the cavalry charges and he gets knocked unconscious, as he inevitably will do, they might charge. I don't know if this is wishful thinking. I know in Prophecy of Pendor you can kind of do that. Whether you can do it in this one, I don't know. Oh, that's really atmospheric. You can see them just there in the distance. Come on, I think we got this. While the cavalry's charging, just gonna have a quick drink of water because my throat is very dry. Come on, Beda. Take them out. Take one of them out with you when you get inevitably knocked unconscious and your horse dies. Oh, the berserker's getting exhausted. Why? Really? I didn't even see the berserker was raging. Where are the berserkers? Yes, I agree with this. Oh, hello, berserkers. It's cold. It's cold today. Do you not need a shirt? You do have a very cool shield, though. Oh, look at you. You're doing like a growl. And they are coming in. Good. So I got distracted by shirtless men. That, I think, is the Lord. My tactic of sending that the lone cavalryman in. Okay, Berserk. I have a feeling that Berserkers might actually attack us. I can't remember. Still, I think they'll be useful guys to have. But I'm much rather they come to us, even if we've had to sacrifice one cavalry just to get them moving this way. So yeah, the skirmishers are coming in first. Ooh, headshot. See, starting a shield tool, that's okay. It's not the end of the world. We're kind of having the initial dalliance of throwing weapons between the two sides, then eventually we'll move into kind of hand-to-hand combat, shield wall style. I would like to, for infantry charge, sorry, spearmen charge, infantry move around the side. We can kind of go for a kind of flank, I suppose. Actually, infantry just charge as well. I think we just need the numbers in there. I want to go after the Lord. Oh, wow. 23 damage. He kind of anticipated me coming in. Good sirs. Oh! That was amazing. Good old decapitation. My concern is I think he probably has the higher quality of troop. So we do actually need to do some good work here if we can. Another decapitation, wonderful. We will win, but we will take some casualties. My hope is this will do good things to our bank account. Let's go from behind, 36 damage. Okay, everyone charge. We just need numbers in now. Ow. Okay, there's your horse down, but now I'm going to have to fight you hand to hand, and I'd argue you're probably much better at fighting than I am. And you have a spear, so you have the range. And I'm also dying from blood loss. Although we have just killed their leader. Ooh, we've got 28 dead. Interesting. But we are going to win this, which is wonderful. If we could win quicker so I don't die of blood loss, that'd be excellent. 9 morale. We lose 3 morale because we did lose quite a few people to death. And a lot of people wounded. And we're going to take you prisoner. And I think actually, yeah, we're just going to start hiring. We will hire Vikings, but we're not going to hire any Viking companions. I think that's the rule now. And also, we just need soldiers. And they're pretty damn good. And it does also mean that with all those deaths, our weekly bill for our soldiers will be less, which is perhaps a little sad, but also positive in the long run. I did see a couple of war trophies in there, which is nice. So let's head back into Bodmin here. Or Bosven as it's called at the moment. But I know that to be Bodmin. Especially as it is... especially as it is in Cornwall. I'm so sorry. It's weird, Bodmin nowadays is still is a very small village, but I think Bodmin had a much bigger part in life back then. Who are you? You're a wandering bard. Okay, we could probably get another poem off you. Any poems? Yeah. 300 pennies for potential to woo a lady. I think it's not the worst thing in the world. Let's go trade with the locals. Oh, first of all, we need to trade in our battle trophies. 1 battle trophy, 1 war trophy. It's 1500 pennies straight out. It's well worth having. And also some experience as well. Then we can also sell what we have left over to the merchant in Bodmin. Some of this stuff will sell well, some of this stuff won't sell very well at all. Just 1,000 pennies, that puts us up to nearly 18,000. Yeah, not far off. We do have this lord as well. You'll remain my prisoner. I don't want to say that because that just makes him worse. I could steal some of his gear, but for now I'd actually rather just have the money, so I think I'll hold on to him for now. And hopefully someone will pay me for him before he escapes, because I don't actually have anywhere to put him, because I don't have a castle. While we're here, actually, I'm going to go into Escancester, because I know I can recruit from here. There we go, 11 Saxon freeholders. And that should, yeah, that boosts us back up to 100 troops. I think that's well worth doing. We could, of course, have up to 200 troops, but I think that's a little bit excessive. Especially while we're still finding our feet money-wise. But if that lord would sell, that would probably buy us another property, which would be wonderful. Property? Another business. He's close to Wilham at the moment. Where's Wilham? Or Willem? Should be able to tell us. I think we probably just passed him, didn't we? It's probably you, isn't it? Yes. There we go. You know what, for a while we'll accompany the marshal. I don't know where we're going. Yeah, I don't mind. I guess we're going to go do some more attacking of the Welsh. Unfortunately, they've got their own boats and we're on a ferry. We're having to use a ferryman, but that's okay. Ha, I see. Looks like we're going after this town here. Only 159 in there, so we might be able to take this place for ourselves, for all I know. But it's not. It's a little bit unfortunate that we've got a new marshal right as we're trying to invade. I'll choose Edmund Elston because he's the current marshal, and there would be less issue. But it looks like Ethelmod might take it. I'll give it to Elston. He's not going to win, but there we go. We followed the army and now they're going to go home because they're idiots. Maybe I can convince him to attack anyway. You should assault immediately. They need another 3 hours. Okay. So I think we might be able to take it. Okay, a couple of people are still actually joining in the siege, which is good. You should assault immediately. There we go. In we go, and we're going to go join the fight. Because even if we don't win, or even if we don't get the castle for ourselves, it will give us positive relations with everyone who was in this fight with us when we next speak to them, which is good. I do forget that sieges in this mod are very different, where it's not so much a question of siege equipment, it's just kind of motte and baileys on hills, which is good. Thank you, Whiskers, for letting me know. I very much appreciate it. Yeah, I mean, because they're just like motte and baileys with the occasional wood or stone wall, it's not like kind of the medieval castles you get in other mods. Okay. There we go. Just throw some throwing weapons at everyone. Good, sir. Your shield's kind of annoying. Just keep throwing weapons at you until your shield breaks. No, I'll come back to you. You, however, can probably die. No, can I? Oh, hang on, can I do this? Haha, yes. Jumped up and slashed your legs. Okay. Looks like the outer perimeter wall is done. Oh, that person just died. In a way, I quite like this, where it's not like so much focused on siege equipment. I guess it is still ladder based, but it feels a bit more open than some of the other. Like, because one of the faults of this game, which is there aren't many faults in this game, but one of them is that sometimes you can get just caught up on a ladder, not really doing anything while you wait for the siege to progress, because there's only like one ladder. There's a lot of soldiers. Can I do any snazzy stabbing from here? Probably not. No. I should probably actually hold our shield up. I could probably do some throwing weapons. I think I used all my throwing weapons in the initial part of the siege, but that's okay. There does seem to be a bit of issue with this ladder. I'm not entirely sure why. Gentlemen, there is another ladder you can use. Okay, everyone back. Everyone back, please. Everyone back so I can get on the ladder, and then you can all charge again. Move. Okay, everyone charge. But now I'm on the ladder. And I'm kind of on the secondary ladder, not the main one. Oh my goodness. When I say that's the secondary ladder, this is going to be painful, isn't it? Charge! Excuse me, gents, just coming through. Don't mind me. Oh, there's a monk over there. Well, I hope it's comfortable, because this is men being brutally slaughtered while lying in bed. This feels dangerous. I could go two-handed, and that'll give me more range. Okay, no, shield's coming back out. The two-handed gives me the range, but it doesn't give me the defense. Surely it's only like it's only like 11 o'clock for you, isn't it? I can't remember what time zone you're on. To be fair, it's like nearly 10:21, not too bad. That means it's like what, 4:21 AM for me, I think. Oh, okay. Took a javelin in the shoulder. And because it's a siege, we will actually have to retreat, which is a bit annoying. But let's go again. This time we won't be quite as adventurous as I forget if you get knocked out, the whole siege retreats. Or something I forgot. Charge, gentlemen. It's a nice castle in a nice place. I have no idea how long I've been streaming for. Should probably look. Definitely not in the middle of a siege though. That feels like a bad time to be checking how long I've been streaming for. And my hope is now that the internet is fixed, I can actually have success with YouTube again, because I was also having real issues trying to upload to YouTube. And also I think a little bit of struggle of motivation because of all the internet issues. I think it's been longer than half an hour, but maybe I'm just misremembering. I'll check off this siege. 42 minutes, not bad. Oh yeah, 3:30 in the morning. Okay, that makes sense. You kind of lose all track of time when it's this late in the this late in the night. You're just kind of like, what time is it? Sure, that time. Okay. Wow, that person took is taking 3 javelins to the chest. I want to take you out because you've got range. There we go. Okay, run out of throwing weapons. Could do some more throwing weapons. I don't think we have any. I suppose there's the odd chance we might be able to pick up a sling or something. Or bow, but we're probably not very good at bows and arrows. We can pick up these javelins and throwing spears, that works. Oh, and we're going to have the siege end again. It's kind of annoying. During the next assault, of course, like a Thinnos is not very thrilled about this. Well, there's only 61 of them left, so hopefully this time we'll actually be okay. It's perhaps the one thing about this mod that I'm not as keen on, because even if, you know, I'm not a king yet, so the death or the knocking unconscious of one commander, I don't think would necessarily end a siege in real life, but you know, it might even be hard coded into the game. But I know some mods don't do it. some mods you keep. Some mods, the siege carries on even if you get knocked out. There's only 62 people left. It's fine. Let's kill you. You. Oh, for goodness sake! I don't know why I bother. Just stay at the back. Agathenos is going to be really annoyed. There we go. Just auto-resolve it. I'm just waiting for Agathenos to absolutely bollock me. Ooh, that's another Welsh faction, I think. Gluissing. What's next? We're taking quite a few. I mean, a lot of people fighting us at the moment. Yeah, this is another. This is the pink Welsh faction. Okay. Sir, just so you know my opinion, any commander with sense will not let his shield wall turn every battle into a bloodbath for our side. I hope you don't mind me speaking so bluntly. It was only really a bloodbath for me, but, you know, what can I say? I think we want to get out of Welsh territory just to kind of recover our assets a bit. I really would like to sell that prisoner, but we are very... actually, I suppose Agathenos is right. We're quite underdeveloped in terms of our troops, given they all just died in that siege. Let's get... what do we want to get? Let's get engineering first aid, because eventually we're going to want to start doing our own sieges. Have to be very careful. We have no troops really. I don't know if we can kind of hold out in monasteries. Yeah, we can wait here for some time. Anyone want to join me? No. Let's get back into kind of more friendly territory, i.e. not Wales. Let's get back into... I mean, the Mias are friendly for now. They're not going to be friendly forever. We are making profits. That's because all our troops died. There is a competition here, however, which will be interesting, but we need to recover our health before we can think about doing that. Ethelmere, we actually don't have any prisoners. I don't know why I came here. Let us wait here for some time. I'm hoping the tournament will still be on tomorrow. No, because Britain Warder, Ethelred, Ethelwolfing just won the tournament at Chippenham. Wonderful. Let's, however, go to the trading grounds. We might be able to see if there's another tournament elsewhere. Hello, competition master with no shirt. Any tournaments nearby? It's going to be one at Airlich. That sounds like Ireland to me. That's... Yes. I said I asked if there are any tournaments nearby, and I'm in Chippenham, and he says, "Oh yeah, just go to Ireland. Go to the very northern tip of Ireland for a tournament." Maybe not, sir. Next time. It's a shame we missed that one in Chippenham, but what can we do? But we are now mostly recovered. I think we can go after these masterless men. Ooh, change of plan. There's a trader there. Traders make us money. How much? 220 pennies? No, I want your stuff instead. They're not fond of us attacking traders, but I think we'll be okay. Oh, well, they're right here. Okay, everyone charge. It's kind of like an ambush. I think we kind of ambushed them in camp. I've never seen this map before. Okay, actually, maybe cavalry don't charge in. Infantry hold here, spearmen hold here, archers and skirmishers hold. Actually, infantry and spearmen charge. Infantry and spearmen charge. Everyone else kind of hold the hill. Let's not get on the horse, because if we get on the horse, we can't use our sword for reasons best known to them themselves. Let's go after these kind of rogue spearmen down here. Gentlemen, go away. Oh no, you're not running. There we go, headshot in the back. All these guys are running. Okay, everyone charge now. We can't let these guys get away. I don't know where they think they're running to, because there's only really a hill. A rather slow hill. No, come back. Come back. If I go two-handed, I might get a bit more reach. God, they're so much faster than me. Come back here. Come here. They're gonna get away, I think. Oh, okay, about 5 of them will get away. Oh no, I still have throwing weapons, okay. Let's at least try and get some of them, although I think they must be a little bit too well armoured for us to actually do any significant damage to. Yeah. They're gonna escape, but that's cool. I've never seen that kind of merchant ambush map before. You're terrible, Whiskers, you know that. There we go, they run away. Okay, Battle 1, just tap to leave. No, you're not, Whiskers. And neither am I think. Ooh, some good amount of stuff to sell here, wonderful. Some jewellery, some silver. Oh, what's having? This was definitely worth attacking. Some amber. Is that a better shield? Hang on. 300 and no. But all in all, not bad stuff to sell at all. And I'll definitely take the honey for food. That's not bad at all. And they've also given us some vegetables. Wonderful. So we won't all die of scurvy. That's good. Butter. I just want to make sure all my food is together. Bread. I will take the sausages to sell, but it's not an immediate priority for me to eat them because they will go rotten soon, and so I don't think it's worth the issue. Can I catch these guys before they get to Caerwent? Probably not. No, it seems not. And there are 30 Vikings follow us, so let's head on our merry old way. Can I speak to you? I know you don't really like me very much. Although he is happy that we beat that person. Do you have any tasks for me? No. I have this Welsh lord I want to either give to someone or sell. I can't seem to do either of it. Hopefully we'll have luck with him at some point. Head back to Chippenham, sell our prisoners, sell our loot. Quite a lot of loot, in fact. The nice thing is we're not angering kind of the local villagers by doing this, which we would be if we just went around raiding villages. Sadly, we can't sell the lord at the prison broker. As cool as that would be to kind of actually see the prison brokers doing that kind of thing. Sadly, it's not a function in this game. I don't know how much we're going to be able to sell here because the jewellery sells for a lot, as will the silver. So we might have to go to multiple different traders. Let's take that back. To the first back. Good. We've done the goods, done the weaponsmiths. Let's go to the horse merchant. I suppose I could pick up a horse, but I can't use my sword then, so probably not. Probably not the best idea in the world, all things considered. I think that's all our. There's some furs there. There we go. So we can get another business. Question is where. I guess maybe down in Cornubia there. Oh no, don't you dare. Buddingham's being raided. We might not be able to take them on, but we'll try. Oh no, we're not. You know what, you can have Buddingham. I'm not going to try to take on nearly 300 angry Welshmen. Not a chance. But I think we might be able to set up a business in Bodmin. So I think we're on fairly good terms with the locals in these parts. Buddingham's been raided, so that's going to be a little bit of loss of money, but what can we do? We need to stroll through the town. Hopefully not get ambushed in the meantime. Cool. This is definitely nowhere near. This is definitely bigger than Bodmin is nowadays. That's a lie, but it's weird because like I think I said this earlier. Bodmin nowadays is still just like a village, but it had such significance back in kind of previous times in Cornwall. I like this though. This is a cool setup. Prison guard, physician. That's good to know that physician's there. It's a fairly easy place to find you. Where is the guildmaster or the town mayor? Is it up here? That looks like you. You're dressed in fancy clothes. It's probably you. No, you're Livestream the armourer. Oh, do you have anything special? Yes, but you need me to have more renown. That's fine. I can get more renown and come back. I actually only came to see the. I only came to see the town mayor. I don't know where he is. It's good to know that there's a special armourer here. Where's the town mayor? You the town mayor? Yes. I walked right past you. I want to hire a foreman. That's probably not worth it. What about a brewery? Not bad, 564. 702, even better. What about the two weaveries? Not quite as good. And taking a loss. So we will take the one which gives us 700. It's a big investment, but in the long run, be well worth our time. Cool. Eventually, I think. Actually, the last time I played this, Cornubia kind of died fairly quickly, but clearly not today. What I do want to do is actually go after this Roman fort. I think we can probably take this on now. Because last time we had a lot of issues. This is not the Roman fort I'm thinking of. There's a Roman fort with soldiers in it, which you go kill. I think there's some good loot in there. I'd like to go do that. This is the weird. No, we've done this one already, I think. Where's that? There's an actual proper Roman fort I want to take on. I can't remember where it is. Farmstead, Roman fort, salt mine, ferry station. Ancient stones, where is this Roman fort? Salt mine, farmland, Petrus, quarry. Oh, Odin's Cave, that sounds fun. Maybe we can go visit Odin's Cave. I haven't really seen this place much. Thor's Hof, the Troll's Bridge. I guess actually though, because we're playing as a Christian, we may not be able to do as much stuff there. There is actually a proper Roman fort somewhere where you can go like fight some ancient Romans. But the question is where? I'm sure I'll find it at some point. Let's maybe avoid the angry Welshman. Okay. Your friends. It's going to be really annoying me if I don't find that place I'm thinking of. Strange Ruins, so that's probably the one. Okay, we didn't get the castle. We're not very popular amongst the West Saxon lords, so it's supposed to make sense. But I want to try to take on these Strange Ruins. Are we all geared out? Probably. Ruins. This one we will actually need to fight on. It's cold and smells old, taking it back to another time. A time when Rome ruled the world and men knew how to construct huge stone buildings of several stories. You see a graffiti on the wall that says Livia pulchra est Marcus Dixit. You're overwhelmed by the enormity of time. The men who built this are long gone. We are dust. Who could live forever? I know we're going to be attacked fairly soon. We have 2 companions with us. I thought we would have more. But sure. Here we go. There's quite a few of them. Charge them. Ow. Okay. We've only got 2 companions with us, so I don't know how much we're going to be able to do here. Especially as there's like 12 of them in this entrance. Oh my goodness, go away. Just too many men. Okay, we're leaving. I can't remember how you actually take on that place, but I know there is a way to do it. Let's go kill these robbers instead. We'll probably have better success with this. Are we just charging? I guess we're just charging. No need robbers. Maybe the cavalry can just follow me instead, though, so they don't run out of position. As it's just Bader by himself. Okay, everyone can charge now, including the cavalry. We do need to get some bannermen, and I can't remember how we do so. So I know they give bonuses to morale. But conversely, if you lose the bannermen, I know they can kind of negatively affect your morale, so you've got to be perhaps a little bit careful with them. I thought these guys were just like basic looters, but clearly not. They do have shields, but still don't seem to be that kind of high level. I love when I do the decapitation, which is probably a really worrying thing to say, but I think it just looks cool in this mod. You're not running away. That man's just got a club. It's just got a wooden stick. Now you're just using your fists. Good sirs, bugger off. There we go. Okay. How many people left? Just two. Hopefully our cavalryman's either dead or knocked unconscious. Presumably knocked unconscious as it's Bader and he can't die. We only lost, what, 7 people during that engagement, so it's not terrible. Let's take this guy's prisoner. We do want I'm not gonna make any horsemen that can die, because I think it's just not worth the time and effort to train them. So I think all our companions will be the guys who are the horsemen eventually. Take all this stuff to sell. Then start thinking about our next business, because the more money we have, the more businesses we have, the more self-sufficient we can be in the long run, and that is important for independence when we become independent. I don't know when we become independent. I don't know where we're going to choose to become independent. Also, Kingdom of East Angles here has done well because they've taken a bit of territory off Mias. Good for them. Okay, head to the meat hall. There's Happy Widow. Morgant. Who's Morgant? Hello, traveller. Would you join me for a drink? Certainly. He's from Bosvenna. Ah, you're from Bodmin. You're Cornish. Hello, dear friend. For as long as anyone can remember, our family has feuded with another nearby clan. Many men have died in this feud, on both sides, including 2 of my brothers. The King of Cornwall ordered us to cease, but I know my rights, and my brother's blood cries out for vengeance. I waylaid and killed my enemy on a mountain path, and I rode out of our hall the same night, without even having the chance to bid farewell to my father. I was later told that the king exiled me and revoked my noble rights. I am now condemned to roam the world, forever banished from my homeland and my kin. So, as a man robbed of his heritage, any opportunities to earn living with my sword would be most welcome. That's the spirit. I might be able to offer you something. I shall not betray you so long as you do not... As long as you do your duty to do... I can't speak. It's late. I should stop soon. As you do your duty to me by feeding me, pay me, and not dragging my miserable hide into a battle that there is not much chance of winning. Vow to respect me, and I shall be your best warrior. Certainly. 400 pennies. Morgant. You're a gem. Welcome aboard. And actually, before I sell all my gear that I just picked up, let me give some of it to Morgant. And you're Cornish, so you're my new number 2 because you're Cornish and I like you. Let's see your equipment. You have terrible equipment. Okay, let's give you this old helmet. Let's give you a shield. I don't really want you to have a club, but, you know, needs must for the time being. Because we don't actually have anything better to give you. What I can give you is some javelins. And when we pick up a... Oh, I'll give you an axe. There we go. It's better than it was before. Cool. And we need to give you some better armour. There's nothing that much better. But it's something. When we pick up some better armour, we'll give it to Morgant. Okay. We are getting pretty low on numbers in our company, so we definitely need to go on a recruiting spree. Let's go into TomTom again. Trade with the locals. And sell off all this spare gear, including Morgan's old dirty rags. I'm sure he doesn't need them anymore. There we go, a bit more money. And I think, for now, I will stop there, purely because it's quite late. I only really wanted to kind of do I really wanted to stream, but I think I should make sure I get some sleep, and then hopefully, if the internet's still working in a few hours, I can do another stream with maybe something else. But thank you so much for watching. Take care. Speak to you very, very soon. Bye bye.